With the victory, they want to march toward a wonderful Thanksgiving week and into the weekend. Let's play basketball. Jaden Bradley will control the offense. Impact even close to that as he misses a layup, followed by Mo C as he scraps for the basketball. Each one is having a breakout year, and that's fun to see. Finding the proper home, into the corner it goes. The biggest guy on the floor needs to remain aggressive every minute he's out there on the court. Definitely a player's coach. Kids gravitate towards him and he has a lot of success. You want to keep gaining new weapons. Arizona trying to play full court defense, forces an early shot. Volleyball yesterday. No foul there. Long distance with the shot disappearing and it bounces out of bounds. Caps basketball for Arizona as it did on November 3rd. They've beaten UCLA. That's a very polite way. Like what you did there. Different opponents, right? Different opponents when we talked about inside-outside Arizona with its. Let that happen. No one's been to the line this year more than Pete. This is his 33rd attempt. Game great. A turnaround of the seasons. Wildcats and I'm Bren will join us. Move as we talked about his head, kind of that look in the it's going to. Got 3 points, 3 rebounds. Pete got 3 points and 3 rebounds. Again, assists are the hip thing to have if you're a cat. Everybody's got. They're going to double team. That leaves somebody open, and that's somebody with a chance, the big fellow, the enforcer, if you. There's your brick wall, and to his credit, looking to this, the number 2 team in the land, incredible challenge, they haven't really backed down. Your tips, let's see if it turns into a bucket for the Spartans. Veer lays to his. Order of the day for Arizona early, just too big in the paint. Shot clock is at 4, jamming up with the top of the key. Grabs it. Arizona firm jump step in the paint, came up short, basketball. But it was a great moment. Everyone's excited. You know, when you beat the team up north, people get excited. How do you get them to buy in? No, the kids are great. You know, red line, that's how we. It's kind of the standard for our football there. You know, our defense has been lights out all season. You know, it's one of the probably top 20 defenses in the country. Danny Gonzalez has done a great job. There were questions about it the last couple of weeks, but the players that are here are either players that chose to come and be a part of, you know, choosing to believe in something special. Have they given any hints as to where you might be playing or what? No, you know, I don't know. Last night I got excited about the 9-win season. You know, that's just a great way to finish, beating the team up north. So, we're fired up. Did the team meet those expectations you set early in the season? Yeah, I think, you know, the team, the last second field goal, you know, those ones really hurt. But I love how our team responded, and our team kept finding a way to play well. You know, for us, we're just trying to develop young people, and I think, you know, if you care about the young men that you coach and teach, then you're going to get the best this season, and we're going to keep building it here at the UA. It's interesting. We saw Tommy a minute ago and he talks so much about process, right? I mean, across campus, Chip Hale or other coaches, they're all Coach C, who coaches the gymnastics team a lot, and it's facilitated. Our athletics director, W, does a great job of that. You know, right? Absolute legend. I mean, like everybody in that head coaching room, you know, Chip, like all these incredible people, Tommy, you know, it's worth it. Well, we catch up with Brent Brennan after a victory with his football team last night, the Territorial. Really empowering you and then putting their expectations upon you. But how much has that helped you as a coach? No, it's been great. You know, special things, and I think that's what we're doing in all of our athletic department programs here right now. Or stage continue and just, and I think you see that playing out. I mean, and I'm really proud of that. Really proud of our players in that game. Going back to the game against turnovers, you know, that part of it was really impressive, and that was kind of who we were all year. I think that grew as the season went on. We found in just celebrating the joy of winning in that locker room. Like, if you could have seen the celebration with the team in the locker room afterwards, there's nothing better. Noah played some good football, always finding ways to improve. You want to talk about process? His process is second to none, and I think because of that, you're able to. It's just been awesome. And like, you know, some of those guys that have been here a long time, trading Stokes and Dalton, you don't turn the ball over when you play against the Arizona Wildcats. You don't get out-rebounded. The minutes they've played here in front of an unfriendly crowd have been something they could build on the entire season. Making this game as short as possible, clearly. Himself. Arizona trying to find their rhythm. Off the back of the game in Tuscaloosa, and about 8 years ago they beat TCU pretty handily in an early season game. Arizona to ratchet up the pressure. On the hardwood, number 2 team in the nation, fun listening. Got. Pete shakes a couple of defenders, passes to the big man. Gives it right back, they've got numbers. Munich. Really uncomfortable. There's an angle. You can see it just off. He becomes important. Last 2 possessions for Norfolk State, open shots. M's got 10 as he stands at the line. He's got 5 rebounds and an assist. To lead Norfolk State. He has the basketball now. He is feeling it, but he comes up just taking up all the real estate. 59% from the line. Going to go against the defense. They slip by Aristo. Penetration. Little bump pass to give us a wave if you're okay, Dave. I hope he's okay. He's focused on his job. You see him down there? There's no wave. Norfolk State. Shot clock is at. Nearly turned it over. Not the look you want, but who? The Spartans knocking down crucial shots. Took it away from Grievous. Together, and you're seeing that with the assists and the defensive effort that they're making. Also, manning the score just based on that, Aristo lines up a 3 off to the right at Sales. Penetrates, drives, another opportunity, 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. As he drops it in. Another storyline we haven't discussed. A game where he only has 2 points in the first half. He's trying to get his team involved, and that's what occurred right there. And sometimes if everybody else can score, then we'll let it be that way. But when it gets tight, take it. And right now Arizona 40 points in the first 18 minutes. Not a bad start. Alright, let's talk about this fellow. He's got 11 points. He's got 6 boards. He's 5 of 8 from the line. So, he has been a ton of paint. A great reaction, by the way, by the crowd. The band, as if to say, I say like an action, that's a crowd that's not on their phones in the corner. I couldn't imagine what it would feel like for Coach Robert Jones and his team to be in single digits. The pick and roll has been paying dividends all day. Wanted a whistle so far, trying to catch him napping, and that's exactly what occurs. And another one up off the dribble, Morris, a senior from Brooklyn, New York, bangs the first against Ohio State on the road. Those are the games you tell your grandkids about. Oh, doubt a little bit more. Miscommunication saved by Toby Waka. Made a 3-point bucket as that one's knocked out of bounds. Matter of fact, to finish the thought on threes here, because you've got to rotate to the big. There's the turnover with 20 seconds to go. Arizona's job on Sevis. They'll find him now. He slips away underneath. That's what you want as a basketball player. That was a little bit of a baseball player. Lasted until around 6th grade. School, college, minor leagues. That's just a willing bucket for Coach. Should he get to a double-double? If he gets there, it would be the first of his career. Looking to get to 10. 16 points plus 12 boards at UConn. Going back to Pete, the way that he can score a variety of ways is what makes him lethal. He's got, and he said, no, it's happened gradually in different forms. He said, but this year I'm putting my hands back on Arizona players 1 through 10. This is a deep, talented team. I think Tommy just wants to make sure that at the end of the day, the buck stops here. So you might as well be a little bit more active in what's going on. Speaking of turnovers, Loro, Dell all the way. You don't finger roll very often. Finger roll, you know, that's the hands of the midsection actually have been beaten. They're on the move. Downhill the Cats. See ball security become an issue. A character time. Tough cookie to deal with that in that conference. The frustration starting to set in with these guys and not a whole lot you can do. It's a tough spot when you're a power forward and you're locked up under the lane with a guard. Your elbow and you're not responsible for that high disadvantage, but strongly to one of his players a moment ago. So at 69-38, this game does slip away and again overall. So what you want to see from your guys is continual effort, no mistakes to 6, and I think you nailed it. It's just lack of depth. It's a different type of roster that's the best form of defense, and they haven't been able to connect a lot here in the second half. It helps you play better defense and just trying to keep their legs about them as MC uses the legs. Flies through the air. Slips out of bounds and we will step aside, whole full house. That's awesome. Wheeling and dealing to the bucket, having a. Jay, what you got for us in the second half? It's him. He felt his role is to be a leader and help us win. He doesn't mention points. I mean, they are really busy. You gotta have game. They would match any item of clothing you had in your closet. I mean, every color is there as a 3-point attempt is off. The graduate student who's got 4 points. JBR to get a swipe and a dunk and a breakaway. Recently went past 1,000 career points. He's at 1032 now in his career. Steal on that resume. 4-on-1. Who wants it? Arizona get out and run. Out. 7 turnovers in the half for Norfolk State overall. Tribute coming off a game against Denver in which he had 17 points and 5 rebounds. Pretty talented. And once he finds his rhythm, he's a guy that can get you 10 points and 8 rebounds in his sleep. A contested 3 that he ended up with. Beautiful vision underneath and Lewis' stature. Maybe that's why there was no whistle. Well, that's just willing himself. He wanted depth. And still feels like this is not an area to empty the benches. He wants to see his guys make 34 more attempts for the Cats, and there's the first. Arizona's gotten past them. It's been for easy shots and layups. Big men pass out there. Yeah, you've got almost a 40-point lead, but there's still plenty of time in the game and you want your guys to get their minutes. Not people look at the scoreboard and they don't understand that. It's also a cardio situation. You've got guys that you're going to want to be, did we just hit a time warp there? The exact same play up setting in for the Spartans. See him work. Nice job. Ding comes under, stops a walk-a-lays. I think I lost the majority of our audience. I apologize there. I didn't lose you though. No, you're fine. I was right. Step up defensively right now. CS for the last 5 from the floor. Along every day. Let's check in on it every day. It holds you accountable. I think that's interesting how Lloyd does that. It is interesting because you're having a conversation, adding some size, some weight to that frame. Really long and lean by nature, and Deli will shoot 3. As he is fouled, maybe he's able to play in just about every game. Claim a few minutes, almost maybe energy minutes on some player more physical, and then a lot of people don't understand when you gain the weight. You have to learn how to play at your new weight because it does affect a longtime college basketball coach and teacher of the game. One more pass. He started sprouting up, and people kind of pointed and directed him towards the gym. You might want to go away. We want to help you love basketball. Yeah. Jobmo is on the hardwood as well. The Frenchman. But for the depth chart in white, they work so hard every practice. Get beat up. Yeah, I mean you're at the same practice as you're a little bit too aggressive with the pass. You're 23 points a game. CD's got himself a rebound. 3 minutes in this game. This year put him down for half a dozen. Just that 7'2", being active. I don't think that's going to be 2. Watch your basketball games coming up. I mean, it's literally Skip and about coach during my era as well. I love calling games with him. Outstanding job. Cindy's here too. I gotta stick around for this. He'll get it back to him. Loses the basketball. Birmingham. Another muscle bucket underneath. Net numbers. You put Alabama inside the top 20. Beautiful. Mines his way in with a couple of points. First college points for Jackson Francois, by the way. First college points.